Today, let's take a look at our selection of defibrillators, how they work, what accessories they include, and how they are safe to use on camera. We have a wide selection of defibs and AEDs. They all work in similar ways. The main difference is the style of each model. As you can see, they get sleeker and more modern through the years. All units include power cord or batteries, 3-lead ECG cable, and a simulator with cable. Our most popular and modern unit is the Lifepak 15, which also includes a blood pressure cuff and pulse ox finger probe. Are they safe? The main thing you may be wondering is, are these real defibrillators or are they fake? Well, they start off as real working defibs, but we alter them to make it safe for actors to use as a prop on camera. How do we make them safe? The units are disassembled and the internal power capacitors that create the energy, or shock, are disengaged and disconnected from the paddles. This allows the unit to continue to light up and display information on screen without letting dangerous electricity be delivered. In simple terms, they are neutered. How do they work? So if these defibs are neutered, how do they work on camera? Well, let me show you. Start by making sure the unit has power. Some plug into AC power, but most run on batteries. Hold the power button for a few seconds, and the display will light up. The screen won't look like much yet, but you can fill it with patient heart rhythms. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. To create your shock, push the Energy Select button to whatever reading you desire. 200 to 300 is pretty standard for most dramatic scenes. Then push the Charge button, and you will see the energy meter beginning to increase on screen. Keep in mind, the higher the energy, the longer it will take to come to a full charge each time. Once the charge is complete, push the thumb buttons on both paddles simultaneously. This will engage the shock delivery. If this was a working unit, electricity would be sent through each of the paddles. But since this unit has been neutered, nothing comes out of the paddles. You will even notice that a warning appears on screen saying abnormal energy delivered. In a real hospital setting, this is bad, and it means something went wrong and the unit did not shock. But in the movie business, this is good news, because it means your actor did not get shocked or hurt.
Thank you.
So, while this is exactly what the actors and prop people want to see, it is not good for the camera to see. So it is suggested that the editor cuts away before they see that warning on screen, to help create the illusion that the unit worked properly. Adding the simulator. The other thing that will help sell the illusion is combining the shock feature with the patient simulator. Defibs serve double duty, both as a shock device, but also for displaying patient vitals, similar to a heart monitor. So you have the choice of either attaching patient cables to your actor for a live reading, or connecting the provided simulator box. The simulator will allow you to control the heart rhythms on screen per your script. Some of the most common readings are NSR for a normal heart rate, VFib or VTAC, which are irregular rhythms and indicate a shock is warranted, and asystole, the technical term for a flat line. You may also want to simulate a spike in the rhythm for each shock that is delivered. This is easily accomplished by quickly removing one of the electrodes from the simulator and reattaching it. This will create a sharp spike on screen, simulating the look of energy entering the patient from the shock. Then you have to decide whether the rhythm goes back to a good rhythm or a bad rhythm. Did the shock help the patient or not? This is up to you and what is dictated in your script. You can repeat this charge and shock process combined with the simulator as many times as you need for your scene. Accessories. To add realism to your scene, make sure you use defib gel or defib pads between the paddles and the patient's chest in order to help conduct electricity. Also, make sure to apply paddles directly to the patient's bare skin. Keep in mind, in real life, defibrillating over someone's clothes could catch them on fire. Aside from using handheld paddles, some people prefer to use pacing pads. For this, you will need to detach the paddles at the base of the unit. Insert the optional pacing cable and attach some adhesive pacing pads. The pads adhere to a patient's chest in the same area that the handheld paddles would be applied. This, in effect, makes the unit an AED, or automated electronic defibrillator. This allows medical personnel to work on the patient hands-free of the machine. Keep in mind these pacing accessories are an additional cost, so make sure you let us know if you need these added for your scene. Recap and example. We have just shown you a lot of different things to make this defibrillator look convincing on camera. Here's a simple recap. Energy, charge, shock, repeat. Add the simulator from off camera if desired. Like many effects rigs, a little bit of fancy editing really helps to sell the scenario. Let's take a look and see what this sequence might look like on screen.
Alright, step on it. He's circling the drain. VTAC, no pulse. I'm charging to 200. Charging. Clear. No change. I'm increasing to 250. Clear. Come on, don't let me lose another one. 300. Clear. Alright, we got him back. Normal sinus rhythm, pulse is steady, not on my watch.